Alright, so now we are officially in the mission, after we destroy that command center. Um, and this mission is pretty simple. It's, for the most part, when you get to the crime scenes, it's mostly taking pictures of the crime scene, so I just cut all that out because there's really no difficulty with it. You just point the camera in the area that gives you the R2 button to take the picture, and you get to watch me struggle on that window. And so I just didn't see the point of keeping it in the video, and it actually helps in reducing the length of the video at the same time, since between unlocking the command center and then the actual mission, this whole thing was, I think, just about 20 minutes, so I just didn't see the point of wasting a whole lot of time. But going to the next crime scene, you actually have a lot of enemies to fight. And just like with the last video with the command center, I should have been going for the subdues so I could get the chromatic heavy attack. I forget what it's called on the smoke ability. But if I had focused on the subdues, I probably could have made this area a lot easier as well. After this point, I do a better job of getting subdues just so I can have the heavy special attack. And that heavy dude, he can take a pounding because he took 2 rockets right to the face and it didn't even stun him. He actually almost kills me. I actually got unlucky and I got him in the shield mode where you can do the subdue on him, but I took too long and he snapped out of it, so I paid for it with three heavy attacks from him. He was pushing my shit in pretty bad, and I seriously should have died there. I'm actually amazed that I didn't. So I'm playing it a little more cautiously at this point. I'm trying to use the cover slightly better than I was before. But this area does become slightly easier once you take it out. Once you take out this guy, then the rest, the little cheap tactic that I used on the command center, I do here, where I go through the vent and I just orbital drop. Go through the vent, orbital drop. It's a very cheap tactic, but for these areas that have a ton of enemies, it does actually come in very handy to make things, somewhat easier to deal with. There are the times where the concrete guys will kind of jump away from the building at the very last second before I can hit them with the orbital drop. And you also want to be careful of the guys throwing the grenades. They are real annoying, especially when they sneak up on you. And it's like, at this point, like, I don't have any smoke power, so I'm kind of getting nervous here because I'm like, okay, I need the melee guys, but I really shouldn't be, but I have no choice in the matter. So. So it's like at that point where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I don't have any smoke, so I'm kind of in deep shit at this point. I need to find some. But, you know, like I said, go for the subdues, so just so you can get the heavy chromatic attack, and it'll make this area 100 times easier than it should be. But at this point, there's only like a couple guys left, so I'm just trying to find where they are. So. And usually when there's like one guy left, he'll always surrender, so you can get the subdue on him. And there's like one random guy right now just throwing grenades that I didn't really know he was there. So.
Well, this conduit sure got a certain style, kind of nouveau sick.
And then just like with the last one, I cut out the whole process of taking the pictures. Or actually, no, I do take, because it's only like one picture you have to take. And then when you go over to the drug stash, there's like a little cutscene that I cut out. So. And then at this point, you just need to follow Fetch. You don't know who it is, but being that I know who it is, I'm just gonna call it Fetch. And then after you lose her, since you can't catch up to her at this point, when you go back to her hideout, her hangout, wherever, I cut out the whole process of doing that, and I just cut to getting to the alleyway that you have to go to. You do want to be careful when you come into this area, because there may be these two DUP agents. And then there's also a drug bust that you can do, and if you want to go, if you're still going with good karma like I am, you do want to not kill these guys. I chose not to use the heavy attack. I think I end up using it in, I believe I used it in the next mission. I can't remember. I forget what I end up doing.
Did my duty as a citizen. Gave him a few moments to think long.
And I cut out the whole picture taken inside here, just because, you know, it's look at the area, take the picture, blah blah blah. And once you come outside, that's the mission, and I'll see you in the next one.